Or the Roadster, honey.
Alrighty, so there's a lag, but we should be live. How's it looking?
Then I got this one, Scarab.
Well, first let's see if we're live,
Um,
because there's a lag.
yep,
So
it's on. It's showing my
cool.
cars.
All right.
I'm seeing it. All right, we're live. No one's on yet.
Well, yeah, because we just went live. We have to send out the link.
Yep.
There.
Where are you sharing it?
I'm just getting it pulled up to make sure everything's good. All right, you're sharing it out.
Yep.
All right, well, you go ahead and get it shared out. Okay, so where was that stuff I was looking at? Let's see. Let's see here. Here we go. This was a few days.
All right. Yep. So we're gonna be playing Rocket League
Looking up some
while we're looking up
information.
information throughout the world for weird things going on.
Mhm.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. The beginning of the show always takes a minute. Sorry we're late. We're a day late. Last week we were a couple days late.
Yep. We'll see how it is once I'm training for my new job. Let's see what my actual work schedule is. Okay. But so one of the things you wanted to chat about was the stuff going on in Texas. You said.
Yeah.
Well, how much of it do you know about what's going on?
I only heard a little bit about it myself.
Okay,
I myself
so
want to check it out. I just gonna do a
the
natural
Texas.
reaction of what the fuck.
All right, so the Texas legislature is trying to vote.
Okay, good. It works.
Texas legislature is trying to vote on a voting rights bill. The Democrats think it's too restrictive, but rather than hash it out, the Democrats have fled to D.C. to avoid the vote. So it looks like the Texas governor has decided to take punitive action and might be sending the law after them. But as for the bills themselves, I'm looking over this local outlet because if really if you want to get the closest to the truth, stick to the local outlets. So this just seems to have a good basic breakdown of the main intentions of the bill, and none of these sound out of place. And from what I can tell, this isn't a partisan website. This doesn't use any partisan language. So let's go back
I
up
think I might use that one.
and
This one's new.
share.
I haven't tried it yet.
Share
And
that,
this
that
one's new. These are the two I haven't used yet.
one. All right, so here's what I'm looking at.
Which one should I choose? This one or this one?
I don't know. Let's wait and see if anyone's gonna join us.
All right. Well, if there was anybody on the live chat besides me saying weird things, um,
Yeah,
no one yet. I was gonna say they
no
could
one's
choose,
here
but
yet.
I can always change cars later. I'm gonna try this one out. I haven't tried it yet.
Actually, I'm gonna get some incense lit while we're waiting.
All right. Well, while you do that, I'm gonna
You entertain the people.
entertain the people with my strangeness, or at least playing a game.
You, Karma's on the chair. Jinx is under the chair that Karma is on.
Cats. Cats are funny and weird.
Mm,
Yeah, we were just watching a video by Magog. It's great.
of more star.
Of Morscar. Yeah. Hail Magog. If he came through the portal, I'd welcome him.
You wouldn't mind him being your overlord?
Well, until our crew either decides to work with him or takes him down ourselves.
I could see him just taking you guys on as his guard or just mercenaries he calls upon when he needs them
Yeah,
or
well,
something.
that's kind of the concept of us. We're mercenaries. We're here for what is needed, and we're paid for it. But the thing is, we still have common sense and rules. No women, no children. And we, you know, talk about being open minded. People that get salty and can't handle the conversation can't handle battle. And there's a point to that. Like what I do for training with people, I teach them and I play games sometimes with them and purposely will kick their ass for a minute just to see how they react in the game and see if they can even handle it and if they're salty or not. And then when it comes down to it and everything, oops, hit my own dude. I'm a dick. So, wow, I actually lost train of thought. That's hilarious. What was I talking about?
I was focused on my task. I'm sorry.
Oh, that is
We were,
perfectly
we were
fine.
talking about training and stuff.
Thank you. Training. Yep, training others and
We're
testing
always
them the
talking about
first year.
training.
Yeah, well, training is part of life. You
Training is
always need
like,
to.
you can walk, you can train.
Yep, if you walk, you can train. That's how it was with me when I was a kid.
Even if you can't walk, you can train. Have you seen those dudes in wheelchairs who play basketball?
Oh yeah, I've seen those guys that like they don't have their leg function anymore, and ex-military dudes that are like lost a leg and everything, and they're in wheelchairs and they can play basketball like hardcore or a bunch of other different
And
stuff.
prosthetics just keep improving.
Oh yeah, and prosthetics are improving, and then there's not including just the concept of their body strength from it, like the constant upper body workouts and everything, and arms and shoulders get huge and strong from it. But a lot of strain too and muscle pooling, so you gotta stretch or
I've seen some video clips of some of the new prosthetic technology they're developing.
yeah, I would
It
like to
looks
look into
really
that. I
cool.
know Wolfrick's been looking into that a little bit himself because he'd like to have a bionic leg. And if my legs keep like messing up like they're doing, I might just have to get like at least bionic legs from the knees down, which would be cool with me. Damn, we're losing hardcore.
Oh no.
I came into this battle losing,
Oh
so
no.
it was already somebody else's battle, and they were missing two people, just 2 versus 4, and I came in being the third person.
That's funny that it just throws you into random battles.
Yeah, sometimes it does it. Now there's 4 of us. Some of them are just brand new. We had that happen with the last one too. I figured out how to increase my like to start destroying other cars, so I would increase my momentum
Mm.
to the point where I'd just start smashing through and just killing the other enemies, like or like the teammate or not teams, or not our own teammates, but their team,
Mm-hmm.
and I could just smash through,
Your
getting enough
opponents.
momentum. Yes, thank you, my opponents. Sorry, brain needs to function, but
It's over there.
right there. If I hit like that, demolition, I just destroyed that dude, and
He's
now he's
probably not
salty.
very healthy. Yeah, he's probably not very happy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of guys that get salty about it. Oh, I missed. What do you mean you missed? It was right there, 3 feet in front of you.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh. Nope.
damn, I was off by a couple sec. Like I could have got there.
Yes.
I missed
Nope.
that block, and then I came in,
These
tried to block again, and missed
controls.
again. Like I was too slow at the time. I should have moved a little further.
These controls seem so crazy.
Oh yeah, you got to get used to it. Like I'm just warming up. This is my first match for today. Like, I drove and did this last night, and was just wrecking house and winning matches. It's pretty fun. Look at that. Right
There
off
you
rip.
go.
I at least got a score. I don't care if I lose. I got a score on the board.
Ooh, close too.
Oh, there's some crazy ones in here. This game's really fun, actually. I didn't think I'd enjoy it too much. Ah, we killed each other. We double killed, double demolition. Damn, we're losing hardcore though.
Oh well.
Yep, see, explodey. Oh, my knee popped. Yeah, okay, honey.
Yeah, just some stuff in the throat.
Ah, Go, Gypsy, go. No, I did not
No,
just
it's
try to
coming
take
to
a
hang out
shot on
with
my
us
own
yet.
goal. Yes, actually, I did. But it was an accident. Half and half.
No, it's coming to hang out with us yet.
No, it's fine. There was one person that came in and liked it. Some people check it out later, some don't. It also depends on people's point of views and if they see things. We believe in open mindedness. Anybody that doesn't, hey, that's their own choice.
Well, I just have to start going through what's going on then.
All right, let's check through the interwebs. Let's see the
So yeah,
strangeness in the
so
internet.
this is a local outlet, the Texas Tribune. It looks like it's nonpartisan. I don't see any partisan language when I skim through this. So it's just a basic breakdown of the most contentious parts of the bill. And let's see, that was just yes, so the intro explaining what's going on.
I was last to join in their group or their game or whatever,
And you scored.
and I have the highest point.
All right, so and the first one is a ban on drive-through voting. I see nothing wrong with a ban on drive-through voting.
Um, as long as you have your paperwork, everything's correct, and you're sitting there, and you show your proof of being a American citizen with the right to vote.
The thing is, though, these polling places were mostly set up under large tents, and rather than paper ballots, they cast their ballots on portable voting machines. That means digital ballots.
No, I
I'm assuming digital because it says portable voting machines. So I can only assume that's digital.
maybe I don't know. You would have to have something with a personal signature as well. You
Yeah, but they
need
can still be hacked. That's
Yeah,
the whole
that's why
issue
I'm
with the
saying
Dominion
paperwork.
stuff.
You need to have a hard copy. Hard copies are for a reason. It's to avoid um, forgery and it's like what happened with this election, shit like that. You avoid to avoid that because they fortify the election, which is AKA cheating. They even admitted to it, and they have a fucking what article was it? New York Post or
What?
what New York Times? No, what was the
Oh,
Post?
Time magazine
Time.
about the
Yes,
fortification.
it was one of those. Which one was it?
Time
It was Time
magazine.
Magazine. Thank
Time
you.
magazine had the article about the election being fortified. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, look
So
at my
I'm,
car
I'm gonna
now.
say yeah. So I'm gonna assume that that's electron. It's electronic, so it's digital.
I look cool. I don't care
So
what anybody
yeah,
says.
I don't think drive-through voting can work on a large scale.
No, it has to have hard copy paperwork. They would have to walk up to people with their own individual things and have the things put into a box
I could
and
maybe
taken.
see it being implemented in small rural areas where it's a few people who all live like really far outside of town, so it's easier for them to
Just
just.
send it in one big.
And the thing is, because there won't be as many of them, you can still keep it as the paper ballots. Just give them a clipboard.
Yeah, yeah. You can still. That's fine. That is fine. But we can't do it just tech only. Can be hacked. Can be edited. Just like the people that supposedly voted in Dominion that didn't actually vote in Dominion, especially for certain states that didn't have Dominion, but mysteriously were have their votes in Dominion. Going, this doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
Just like it was like 130 something million people registered to vote, and 180 something million people voted. Where did the other 50 something million people vote from?
So,
Bullshit.
so the next one is new regulations for early voting hours, including a ban on 24-hour voting. I do not have a problem with a ban on 24-hour voting because early voting is a thing.
Yeah.
You do not literally have election day as your only choice. There's early voting. I have no problem with people being able to vote, that the week of the election. It's easier to keep track of everything, keep
Yeah.
it all locked up in one place at the end of each day, and then like keep them locked up at the localities
Yeah.
at the end of each day, and then it's on election day when you gather them all together to send them out. Or maybe I guess depending on the number, they may need to send some out the day before to get started on accounting, perhaps. I'm not sure about the details, but I see no problem with a week early voting. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no 24-hour voting, and then the regulations on new voting hours are just the specifics of like if they should be open like 8 hours or 9 hours. No, I definitely agree that polling places do need to stay open after 5 on weekdays.
yes, I think polling should be open for,
Cause
especially for days that are,
hmm
um, especially for
hmm
like working people. They need to keep it open for those voting days, 24 hours for
well,
those.
no
What?
24 hours because those
Why?
would be harder to staff. Because who
Okay.
wants to work in the middle of the night,
True.
especially
You
if
could have
you've got
volunteers
early
and then
voting
yeah.
for a week.
All right, so they'll have to
because
add
because they're
some
because
days
there's
then or
because the
something.
county is still using like their normal allotment of workers plus maybe a few temps or
Yeah.
volunteers.
How would you accumulate? Okay, there's this many people of the population in the country. This many people have been registered. Okay, it gives us this much to have a vote. So that's how it
Well,
should go.
remember, it's done by each individual state. Each individual state controls their own elections internally. That's the whole point.
And there's a problem there. They need to work on their stuff. There's a lot of people that
Some states need to work on their stuff, but we
totally
want it
lost
to
it.
stay
Yeah,
decentralized. That's the whole point. We do not want the Fed to be in control of all the elections.
yeah, that's absolutely right.
Fed controls too much
I am okay with
already.
small government, not large
Fed was
government,
already controlling too much before we were born.
because yeah, we were already wrapped into debt when we were first born because of this bullshit.
So yeah, so this is about
Did I get it? Oh, so close. I could at least get on the scoreboard. That's all I want to do is get on the scoreboard.
this is just about the specifics of hours.
Oh yeah, poopy buttholes on the car.
That's
One
funny.
somebody has the
All
character.
right.
You can get it in the
A
game.
ban on the distribution of mail-in ballot applications. Absolutely. We got three multiple ballots from
Yep.
people who did not live here. Yes, it
And some
happened.
were dead.
We could have sent them out and no one would have been the wiser.
Yep. And I got some, and she got some for mailing individually, not including the person, like two people that didn't live here anymore, and one person that does. It's like used to not live here and it's dead. It's been dead for a couple of years. So manipulation bullshit, a lot. There was a lot of that.
Yeah. No mail-in ballots, no mail-in ballot applications, none of that.
Yeah, I know there's like the old people that do certain things, but it's like you must be like a certain age or whatever or criteria to fucking.
Well, no, there are already criteria for mail-in voting, and it is very specific, as it should be. People who are elderly and can't drive, people who are disabled, things like
Yeah,
that. That is already in place, and
yeah,
it's fine.
that's what I'm just explaining with stuff like that.
And look, and that actually leads us to the next point: new ID requirements for voting by mail. You absolutely need to have a set criteria for who's able to vote by mail because
You can't have the same
yeah,
person voting multiple times.
well, also just mail-in
Hmm.
voting en masse is one of the problems. Shit gets lost in the mail.
And if people
Shit
are
can get
just
manipulated en route.
or thrown out because they
That's
didn't
right.
like it,
Well,
they
yeah,
even
that's
have
what I just
proof.
said.
They showed there were some people that
So it
were
says right here
politically
that
biased.
the bills would set new ID requirements so voters must provide their driver's license number, or if they don't have one, the last four digits of their social security number on applications for ballots. Who doesn't have those?
The
Nobody. It's
yeah,
your driver's license or your social security
one of the,
or your state ID. Everybody has at least one of those.
yeah,
So no, that's not restrictive. So far the Democrats
or like your
are
state
whistling Dixie.
ID. Like
Yeah.
everybody has a state ID number, I guess, or
Let's
something.
see. A
So
correction process for
did I make a
mail-in
goal? I
ballots.
did. Oh, the other guy got the assist.
Oh,
Fuck you. Still got a point though. Okay, now I see. Well, still fuck you. At least we're on the scoreboard. That's all that matters.
all right. So it looks like they're going to be adjusting the correction process if there's an error for mail-in ballots. Because so far they were just they were ordinarily rejected because of a missing signature or an endorsement. So I guess that's something that's still to be determined. Monthly citizenship checks, as long as nobody who's in the process of getting their citizenship accidentally gets swept in, you'd have to be very specific on what constitutes a possible issue, because there are those people who are going through the actual process still.
Right.
So I don't see a problem with the citizen checks, but it has to be very specific to what would send up a red flag, because they don't want to flag the wrong people.
Exactly.
See, it's all about balance.
Oh, balance is the key
Balance.
in communication.
Hmm.
There's
Let's see.
things I've learned and understood recently that, well, not just recently, just in life, strangely, is a lot of like imbalances. They're not balanced correctly. It just things
Okay, so this.
are off. They shouldn't be, but they are. They don't have other people to check them and correct the scenario or situation or keep things in like rules. Everybody's being
Mhm.
shady about something.
All right,
It's
so
just
this next
fucked up.
provision, I'm sure everybody can agree on. This person was convicted because they didn't realize they were ineligible to vote due to a previous conviction.
Huh.
So, this would help them be more informed about that. No problem there. People need to know if they're actually eligible to vote or not. Because the last thing they need is another thing on their record that actually wasn't their fault.
Yeah, you need
If
to
they
be told
honestly
or
just didn't
notified.
know, because sometimes you're still eligible, apparently, depending on the conviction. Let's see, and enhancing poll watcher protections. Yes, we need to make sure the people who are there to watch on both sides are allowed to watch.
Yeah.
Very simple.
That's the
Yep.
thing. Is they're not doing any of this, and it's upsetting and annoying.
Yeah. So this would be the inclusion of language to strengthen the autonomy of partisan poll watchers. So they'd be allowed to move about freely to observe, except near somebody who's currently voting. Makes sense. Yeah, this sounds pretty straightforward to me. The Democrats are whistling Dixie. They're full of shit.
So what were they exactly saying?
They disagree with the bill. Or the bills. They think that they are too restrictive, and that they would, um, in what's the word that I'm looking for?
I don't know what word you're looking
Hang
for.
on, yeah, just give me a sec. That they would end up disproportionately affecting minority groups. That old chestnut.
Look at me just sitting there. Do 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 do. Hey, look a ball. Da, 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 da. Fuck you. Wee. But yeah, back to what you were saying.
Yeah, the Democrats are saying that these new bills would disproportionately affect minority groups.
Wait,
Like they always say.
they're
Guys,
just
aren't you noticing they keep bringing out the same argument for all these voter bills? It's
damn.
always the same argument.
I tried to block and I failed.
All right, guys, voting is important. That's why there needs to be checks. Okay, you can there are criteria for mail-in ballot. You can see if you can apply, but there's also early voting. You got a few days to do it. If you've got to just set aside an evening, grab some fast food and just go to your polling place right after work one day, just do it. It's
Just
one
do it.
it
Do it.
is one day out of the year, and you only have to do it you only have to do it every 2 years. This really isn't pulling teeth.
No, it's not. You schedule a day off. If it
You don't
make
even
it
have to schedule a day off if you're able to do early voting, and the polls are open and the polls stay open after normal business hours, as they should.
yeah, at least till 7 or 8 for
Grab
some
some
days.
food, go to the polling place, get your butt in line, and just get it done. It is one day of the year every 2 years.
Right. It's kind of a nuisance, don't you see? People are stupid and you seem. Once you look the internet, you see the truth and see
So yeah, this
most
is
people
why
dumb
the
selection.
Democrats ran away from Texas.
Right. I can't believe they did that, but it's funny to laugh at because we don't need them there. That doesn't that mean that they don't have the power there anymore?
Oh, you know what's funny though? So check this out. When I did the original search,
Yeah.
so all I put in was Texas voting bill. Just Texas voting bill. That should take me straight to what I'm looking for, right?
Yes.
I should be getting a lot of direct results, right?
Right.
So Texas Tribune comes up first because I've already been clicking on it. If you come down, we get NPR, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, NBC News, like Vox, not the bill, not local Texas outlets, all the major outlets.
What the fuck?
It's
We're here to promote
like
them. Only them.
I would
Obey.
think if the only thing you type in is Texas voting bill, the first result should be the Texas government's direct link to the bill.
Right?
And then from there, local news outlets
The only reason yours showed
reporting
up is
about
because
it.
you already looked.
So I'm curious. Let's see what DuckDuckGo gives us.
Quack.
Oh,
Space duck.
you're funny. Texas voting
No.
bill.
Now we're tied.
Texas voting bill. Let's see what we got here. Um, nope. New York Post, MSNBC. Oh, you failed, DuckDuckGo.
Maybe it's just because
CBS
of.
News, and then the Texas Tribune.
Should be within the first 5 results usually.
Yeah, see, here we go. Capital.texas.gov. These links should be the
Shit.
first ones.
Why am I the only good one at knocking down the goalie? Our own guy knocked it in. You're supposed to be the goalie.
Alrighty, well, that was fun. Ah, you know what?
Fucking mess.
Because we still got nobody watching.
Didn't you say they like said like they like freaked out and took pictures or whatever?
No. They took pictures of themselves running away to women, which just made it worse.
Kind of makes you wonder.
Mm. Like I was saying earlier, I've never been completely on the same wavelength with my gender. I'm feminine, but when I'm surrounded by completely feminine women, I just feel so out of place in that energy.
Yeah, the tomboys are fun. But yeah, when I hung around with girls, I always noticed the difference between them is how it usually goes for guys to girls is the guys will be like talk shit to your face, uh, joking and everything, and
Yeah, guys rib on each other.
yep, they rip on each other. And then when they leave, that guy's cool. That guy was fun. Yeah, man, I want to hang out with him some more. With girls, as I've noticed, it's opposite. It's
And you were
they're
the boy who hung out with all the girls. I was the girl who hung out with all the boys.
yep. And it was interesting to say, oh, lovey dovey, hope you're okay. We miss you. I hope nothing never bad ever happens. Oh, second she leaves, I fucking hate that con. Oh man, I hope a bus hits her. And you're just sitting there going, the fuck? Like I'm just sitting there scratching my head, going, oh shit, why is this going on? And it happened numerous times. It wasn't just once or twice. Like at first, I just played it off. No, it's just maybe she has something against her for something. Then you find out for real what
And
it
then you
really
start
was.
hanging out with different groups of
Hmm.
girlfriends.
And it's a pattern. Damn, I just need a couple more seconds to get a minute goal.
It was funny how rural the setting was.
Hmm. We have someone named Uno.
That's funny. 2 seconds behind.
It was funny. There's a few names on here that pop up, and I laugh. I'm sort of going, I wonder if it's somebody I know.
Yeah, some people in their gamer tags.
Oh, some have some funny ones. One says Salt Eater, and I was just like, Dick. Just Dick. Like, you just know. Oops.
You knocked the camera. How dare you?
My head hit the camera. I just made it all wobbly. Whoever, if anybody's
No
watching, they're like, "Ah!"
one's watching
I don't care if they're watching. They'll watch later.
this. Well, it's been half an hour.
That's only half an hour.
I know. So what's next?
Well, let's search the web for something. See if there's.
I don't know. What do you have in mind?
Let's see. Well, there's the whole.
I've been busy with my new job training, so I don't really know what else has been going on in the world.
Excuse me. Oh, I was hearing the whole door-to-door shit of the shots. I know. Wake with JP. He was
Oh yeah, but he just makes
making
those
fun of it, which was
videos.
perfect how he did it. I loved how he did it. Like stuff like that. Like I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, if that shit's real, fuck you. Let's fight.
Right? No, they're not. They're not gonna force it. They can't get away with forcing it. Let me see if I can find out what that was all about. Um.
Oh damn, he made him hit. He made his own guy hit it in. That's hilarious.
All right. Let's see. Looking at the AP first. See if that's the one that wants this rag. Stop making me buy your shit. Okay. Well, we can't have that there.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking at this
Snoochie
restaurant.
Boochies. I'll get there. Yeah. So she's just searching things right now while I'm playing this game, getting my ass kicked. It's kind of fun. I do like how they switch it from orange and blue. At least it's not red versus blue because it's always been red versus blue for everything. Should just make it purple versus green. It'd be cool. They both look sweet neon. How Cookie. Thank you, How Cookie. Brought to you by Cowboy. And Three Hookers Degree. You wouldn't know what the hell that smells like. Ooh. Yeah, dark humor I believe in. So if anybody gets mad about that, that's their own choice. Have your own prerogative. But go listen to the Britney Spears song then. Was that Britney Spears? I think it was. But just trying to figure things out. Look through the webs, see if there's anything interesting to talk about. If there was anybody online chatting, they could have asked or make suggestions as well, and we can look at stuff. I like the whole at random reactions at times. I
Okay, yeah. So it's basically coming door to door with leaflets and shit to encourage people to get vaccinated. So there's still the point of, are you just going to be randomly knocking on doors, or do you have a record of who's already been vaccinated? Because if you do, that's a no-no.
yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
That's the problem with the whole door to door thing. They it sounds like they haven't really made that clear. I'm just looking at this one article from the
I don't
Associated
trust
Press.
them because it it's like putting a barcode on somebody or the whole Nazi and Jew thing. Like it's running
Oh, you know what?
parallels.
You know what it probably is. They probably are just going to go on every door, and probably the first question is, "Have you been vaccinated?" That's probably what they plan on this program to be.
All right, so my
Well,
answer will be "fuck you, I'm Batman,"
aha.
and they're just gonna look at me like the fuck, and I'm like, "No, really, I'm Batman."
Well, the other thing is
But
people could just
fuck you.
But the other thing is people could just fuck with them and say yes.
Yeah. Yes. Squirrel. Maybe. I don't speak English.
Yeah, so it's people going door to door asking people if they've been vaccinated yet, and then trying to encourage them if they haven't. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, but oh shit. Well, did we get it? Yes. Thank you, How Cookie.
So, yeah,
We,
so that's what the whole door to door thing was about.
it's just ridiculous.
No,
Nonetheless, it shouldn't
it's
be doing it.
unneeded.
They're really pushing and forcing someone like, hey, this it's like you're it's a virus that's so deadly you have to test it to see you even have it. And a vaccine that's so safe that they have to like threaten you, force you, or bribe you to take it. Really means there's something else. It's like gonna be one of those commercials 10 years from down the road. Have you remember taking the COVID shot?
I
Do you,
wouldn't be surprised.
yeah. Do you have these weird symptoms? You can sue for this, this, and this. And you're sitting there going, motherfucker, are you sterile? Did your skin fall off? Did someone you love die? Was it all because of a shot they said that you needed? You were perfectly healthy beforehand? What? Oh, now you're dead? Oh my. And randomly, the government's been spying on you because they've implanted chips in you. What? No, that's impossible. You carry a cell phone that tells you all that stuff, anyways. Like, seriously, I could make some bullshit funny commercials that technically tell the truth at the same time as sarcasm. Dark humor, sarcasm. I love it. We need to do it. People hate me for it, and I love people hating me for things. Fudge. Fudge monkeys. That fudgy monkey, fudgy. Ow.
See. Oh, oh dear, I got pulled out. No, ma'am, come back.
I think I'm back.
Love you. I love
Oh,
you.
I love you. A lot of people don't love me, but I enjoy it. It's kind of like a different kind of fuel. You love to hate. When I did pro wrestling, I was mayhem. I was one of the hated bad guys that was but loved to hate. And then I became an anti-hero and people loved me for some weird reason. I didn't understand it. But then I was oops crash. I mean, I was the underdog, and I was this comedy character, and it was funny. I just people would just laugh at me, and I just make fun of it all and make it a big like joke because sometimes wrestling was, sometimes it wasn't. It
Mm-hmm.
depend on the match, depend on the humor, the person, what they did. But oh man, I miss the times. At the same time, I don't because I already have enough of my brain being rattled around. Hey, look, we won, and it was during a time I was bitching about nothing. Where'd I go?
It's complete.
Yay, I won. Winning. All right, so yeah, this the stuff with the COVID stuff is bullshit.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can pull up what the current numbers are, but it's taking a minute to load.
A lot of it's getting quiet now, strangely. And then they keep trying to go. There's gonna be a new variant. Get ready. There's gonna be another one. There's gonna be. Oh my god, everybody. We're sitting here. Things are still going as normal. If you didn't notice, the states that were all red that actually stayed open, perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Let's try this again.
They have some of the lowest numbers out of everybody. Look at the blue states that closed down, locked down, huddled people together and got them sick because they bottlenecked them in like dumbasses. Instead of making everything 24 hours and making it late and for people to go through and have time to spread out, they gave it solution a designated time where you have to all bottleneck together. You all show up together next to each other or close to each other within the vicinity, and someone's going to get sick, and it's not going to be one person. It's going to be a multiples. And because you're all huddled together at this short period of time, instead of having the stores being open at the normal time like they're supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
and then also forcing all mom and pop shops to close down, but making big businesses stay open, kind of shady, kind of fucked up.
Okay,
But if
yeah.
you bring it up, oh, you're silenced.
So
And
the
I'm
CDC
waiting for them to
website's
silence me
giving
again.
me problems right now, so I'll have to check it check it out
Oh,
later.
barnacles. I almost had it in.
Oh, looks like somebody popped in for a minute.
Go make fun of me.
So yeah, I don't know what else has been going on lately that we can talk about. I've been busy with my new work training.
Yeah, I haven't really,
Well,
sadly.
you've been sleeping because of the damn rain.
Yeah, when it rains, I'm injured. I just stay home and sleep. I'm in pain. I don't like feeling like crap all day. It's not fun.
Mm-mm. Not fun at all.
No, hell, I'd probably see about a disability thing with my fibromyalgia. That'd be nice.
Well, Yeah, first you got to get all the paperwork from the doctor.
Yeah, I have to get a new doctor.
Mm-hmm. First you got to get new insurance.
Yep, new insurance, get a new doctor. I don't trust my doctor. Sadly, he even strictly told me he doesn't like working with people under 40 something.
Mm,
And I'm just like, okay. And then was rude to me multiple different times.
yeah.
Tried to call me
Well
a liar
then,
about things, and I called him
well
out.
then he should have a thing in his office where they ask you your age and reject you if you're too young. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what
Problem
he should have
solved.
done. They had me go through his paperwork and fill all this stuff out, and he just likes to deal with older patients, not younger patients. He was very clear on that with me, and I was like, oh, okay. And he didn't understand that there's chemical asthmatics difference from regular asthmatics. And he's like, oh, I can get you off being an asthmatic. No, it doesn't work like that. Chemical asthmatic,
Yep.
not
Just
a
wasn't the
regular
right
basic
doctor for
asthmatic, not an
you.
athlete's asthmatic. I was an athlete's asthmatic when I was a kid, but the secondhand smoke
Yeah.
over the years ruined my lungs. I smoke weed now occasionally, but I
That's
take edibles and
different.
everything else. Yeah,
There's no tar or nicotine.
yep, it doesn't fuck my lungs. I still breathe perfectly fine. Only thing that really messes my lungs up, weather changes, the cats, dandruff, or nice shot. And then weather change, pressure, humidity, stuff like that. Like that all messes, or extreme cold. That all messes with my lungs. And then second someone lights a cigarette up, my lungs just
Yep.
close right up on me. Can't
Yeah.
breathe.
One day we will have the RV. We'll be in whatever weather we want to be.
Yeah, one day we're just gonna go and just venture, and that's gonna be us. The RV adventures, and then you'll be hearing more streams about us, and we'll middle of the night talking, saying weird things, laughing, playing games. That was a good one. But I say but a lot. You can laugh at me all you want for it though. But
Let's see what good old CNN's talking about.
howdy hoody whatty.
Let's see what
Ah,
CNN's talking
oh fuck,
about.
the Clinton News Network. Oh shit, run! They're here. They exist. I'll assassinate your ass. Well, Hillary, I'm waiting. But I want to take you on myself, creepy old lady. Now I'll take you and Bill on. This sounds so wrong. Just not their assassins, just them. But they won't do that. They'll be cheap. They'll poison that motherfucker or make him, say, oh yeah, he killed himself. Just like the one person that recently just got killed, and he even said, if I die, it's not suicide. And
Oh, McAfee.
yeah, McAfee. And then mysteriously killed not too long after, and they try to say it was suicide, and they're like, nope, here's proof. And they're trying to silence the people that are like talking about it. So we should look stuff up about that. Well, that's really hard to look up too.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking around to see if there's something funny or crazy that they're trying to claim.
Oh yeah, there's
Although,
also the
although sometimes the articles can still come out even-handed, which is
yeah,
funny.
but fuck, damn. Also China and what's going on with that, and Japan is worried that if Taiwan is taken by China and America can't defend it, that it's gonna put a fracture in our friendships because we can't if we can't protect them, what makes you think we can protect the other ones? And that's a big thing that they're worried about. I'm worried about it too, but it's also like the bullshit with the hell you call it with their ship catching on fire, and they were more worried about their what do you call it? Keeping everybody politically correct or whatever, compared to training them how to repair and fix the ship and stuff like that. That's just very upsetting information.
Mm.
I'm gonna, instead of teach you how to do this, we're gonna put you through this class because we want you to think a certain way. You can look whatever way you want, but you must think like us or obey. And that's kind of what they do, and it's very upsetting. I don't approve of that kind of stuff, but I like to be free, do what I want, tell people off. It's fun to tell people off.
Hmm.
Ha! Uno's against us now instead of on our team.
Ha.
Oh, so is Long Pong, but Long Pong left. Bye, Long Pong
This is
King.
funny.
I think that means your penis,
Oh,
but we're gonna call it a weenus, which is actually on your elbow. Stop looking at your elbow, people. I know you just looked.
yeah, I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah, well, CNN's been. I don't know. I don't follow CNN as much as I
I don't
used to.
know. I don't know what's been going on really in the world lately besides those two big stories.
You know, well, yeah, look up the article for the whole China or the whole like
What?
Navy.
Well, that's various things.
Well,
That would
there's various things. It's the internet. We can
that
look
would
up anything then.
that would take a minute, and
All
we're
right, then
already getting to
look at
yeah, we're
something
already
else.
at the 15-minute mark.
Barnacles. It doesn't matter. We
Yeah, but
we've
I
been
I don't
late
have the
on
brain
these.
power for that much research right now.
We could just
It's
look.
getting late.
Okay,
I have to be up early.
next time. If not, sooner or later we'll just have some more where people just watch me drive and do derpy things.
Well, I'm trying to look for something just
Then just
I
search
haven't
up
been.
random things. What news in this week in the world? News in the world within the week. Look up something like that. You can also look at it in different groups and see if they all are coexisting similarly. Go, Gypsy, go. Go, oh, I missed. What do you mean you missed? I missed. Oh, shit. And we lost? No, we didn't. Go, go, go. Some of these matches go insane. It's kind of fun. But they should add like a Twisted Metal version as well, where you get some guns on the top of your car and you have to shoot at each other. You get like an armor point system. But yeah, fun game. Catch the ball. Go for the ball. How many people can chase the ball? I don't know. It's. I think it's fun though. Cool. So that just happened. It was funny. How does it look on the screen? It looks pretty interesting. Go, go, go. Oh, wow, that guy died. The guy has a fish on his car. You just set him up for the goal. You idiot. We have a horrible goalie. Our goalie just set him up for the point. Or set her up for the point. Look at me being a dick, misgendering things again. It's all accident too, but people get salty. Funny thing is, some people don't realize that they all act like they're all these outcasts, and then you find out that they were like some of the cool kids in school at one point, or loved ones, or treated good, and they went to school and went crazy. And then you see people like me that's been made fun of, mocked, ridiculed, like pushed around and bullied his whole life, and turned into a bully of the bullies, and completely different. Just like, no, I will stand my ground, tell you off, laugh at you, and if you want to fight, you fight. You just learn a goddamn lesson. Doesn't matter who you are. And a lesson can be anything, physically, mentally, emotionally. All depends on the person's actions, because actions speak louder than words. Some people are just sitting there going, "Shut up with your word salad, you son of a hooker." Balls get the ball. Thank you for Pinwinlow. Pinwinlow? Pinwindmill?
Penguin below.
Hey, look, he has a
Penguin
salty.
alone.
He has the
Huh.
salty. I love the salty one. I want to get the salty. I make people salty all the time.
You silly.
I don't know. Everybody thrives off different things in the world. It's like how I explain the concept of narcissism. Everybody is technically a narcissist. We're all just different levels and different types. Negative, positively, high or low, hyperactive or not. All that comes into play. Oh, that was a good block. Oh, fuck. We're got 10 seconds left. Got to play defense. Oh, I like that one. Wonder if we can look up any news on China.
Well, I know what you can trust going out of China.
Oh, and I wasn't saying trust. I was saying the people talking about it because
Mhm.
they're the ones that tell the truth usually.
Why is this just giving me sports news? I just want to see news in general. That's not helping me.
Then type in weekly news.
Hang on. I just want to see a list of headlines.
Top headlines of the week.
Not maps. News. Here we go.
No. We win. Yes. That was great. I have an avocado now on my head.
Nah, when did you earn
Oh no,
an
that's
avocado?
that guy had an avocado. Okay,
Ah,
he got an avocado. Where did
that's
he get an
funny.
avocado from? I got another blueprint for something. Vampire bats. Oh, interesting. Aggressor first touch. Oh, I guess I got that. But yeah, there's things going on. They're
Talk
trying
about
to
a waste
silence.
of time and money.
Huh?
This headline.
What is it? The U.S. Department
U.S.
invites.
State Department invites UN racism investigators to visit U.S.
That's a bunch of waste of money.
Waste time, waste of money.
You're gonna have a bunch of people just walking up, telling you what to do, and saying that you're just racist just to say it, just so they can make some money off it.
The thing
They're
is,
they're
the,
grifters.
what people don't understand is the more you do shit like this, the more it's gonna make people lean into freedom of association. Now, I'm of the opinion, if you're like running a public business or something, it's in your best interest to just serve everybody, unless they're like, being an asshole in your store or something. But there is, you do still have to consider freedom of association. They're paying to be in that space, but it's public land. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
But but just racism in general, you don't need that, especially when it comes to things like government positions. It should just be whoever's the best person
Yeah, whoever's
for the
best for the
job.
job. I, I'm not
And
gonna
if that means
hire.
you're going to have majority white
Yeah.
people in a majority white country, that's just how it's going to be, guys.
Nope, I'm not gonna hire a big burly man to go watch some children. I'm not gonna hire a pregnant woman that's only 140 pounds if if she's lucky that to go and do lift 200 pounds of something every day and walk it across somewhere constantly and do this for 8 or 9 hours a day or 10 or 12 hours a day. No, you got to get the right people for the job. I flip flop those. You're not going to hire no teenage girl that's only 100 pounds to fucking do a job that you need a construction worker to do. You want to hire the best person for the job. I want the person that actually knows how to build the house. I don't want the person that doesn't. That just because they talked about
Yep. Oh
uh,
yeah, it's all
filling a
bullshit.
quota.
It's all bullshit. It says right here, cause this guy Blinken,
Blinken,
he's the
he's
secretary.
blind.
No, he's the Secretary of State. Anthony Blinken is the one who was telling the press about this. So Blinken said the United States welcomed the UN Human Rights Council's adoption on Tuesday of a resolution to address systemic racism against Africans and people of African descent in the context of law enforcement.
What?
It's not a race thing, it's a class and pushing back against the police thing.
Yep.
If you just comply and deal with it later, you will not be dead. Are you
Yep.
gonna have to deal with some bullshit? Yes, but which do you think is worse? Paperwork or dead?
Yeah. Sit there for a little bit. All right, cool. Get your fucking shit going, and then go. Yeah, there are cops. Okay,
Especially if it's just a traffic stop. Just take the damn ticket and you get to drive away unless a headlight is out or something.
oh, even then sometimes you can
Well,
just
yeah, if you can turn your brights on, sure.
you can turn brights on. If not, what they have you do is they're gonna you have your already have your ticket, and because you have your ticket already, if another cop pulls you over, you show them that ticket, and you have 24 hours or whatever to get home. You say I'm on my way home right now, and they'll let you go past. I've had it happen, and I had my friends that were black with me, and
And
all
everybody kept their trap shut.
yeah, everybody kept their shit straight. Everybody kept their trap shut. And one time we had our buddy
Was
Z.
this when you were even in one of the bad areas?
Yeah, it was I was in the down the borderline where Dearborn and Detroit was.
Oh yeah, yep,
It was
yep.
me and
Even now, it's not completely. Only
well, here's the
certain
funny thing.
pockets.
My buddy Z is the one that the cop wanted out of the car, and he was a white little redneck boy, and with glasses and could barely see, and he was like 5'3", and with his giant thick glasses, and literally with them glasses off, he can't see. He's blind. And the cop was like, "Oh well, your ID is out of date or whatever. I need to check you this and this." And he had some weed in his sock or whatever, and he was all worried and freaking out. So he ate all the weed by the time he got out of the car.
Oh jeez.
And the cop just checked him for a second, and that was it. And he didn't even check him bad. He just was like, "Okay, I'll just wanted to make sure you're this guy." And he's like, "Okay," and then he was all fucked up the rest of the night. But yeah, it all depends on how you act. I've always tried to act respectful and try to answer. Now, if they try to do some bullshit, which I've had a couple bad cops I've had to deal with. I've had cops pull guns on me, and I've had a cop that towed my vehicle and everything, and I lost a couple $1,000 and a vehicle all in the process. But I still took it to court and didn't have to pay the ticket that he was trying to make me pay, but the cop had to pay it, and he also had to pay for my car when or my truck when that got sold.
Yeah,
So,
you told me that
yep,
one.
and that was because he showed up late and he had a bad attitude the whole time, and the judge wasn't having it. And the judge knew that I was innocent and knew that and this cop wasn't the first time he was here being a complete dickhead.
It's so crazy because I'm looking through the rest of this little article and they're treating it like racism is some horrific human rights abuse. No, racism can lead to horrific human rights abuses, but racism in and of itself is not a horrific human rights abuse. Is it bad? Yeah. Is it shitty? Yeah. Is it a human rights abuse? Not on its own. No, it's what, because racism it in and of itself is just an opinion, an
Yeah.
idea, a thought, and a thought cannot hurt you. If
Yep.
that racism pushes the person to shoot you, guess what? A human shooting another human violates the non-aggression principle, hence it is by default bad. The
Aye.
racism itself is not the problem, because the racism is just a thought. It's the actions you need to be looking at.
Right. It's kind of a nuisance at times.
And cops shooting black people isn't just due to racism.
No.
For one thing, what about the black cops who have been the shooters? Because those ones have happened.
Yep. Or what about when you actually look up the statistics and it shows that white people actually get shot more?
Well, that's because white people are more of the population. For this issue, you have to look at the proportion
Yeah.
based on population. Are black people being shot
It depends on how
disproportionate
they're.
to their population? But
Yeah.
here's the thing:
Depends
from
how they
what
react.
well, no, here's the thing from what I've heard. Okay, black people are getting shot disproportionate to their population, but black people are also committing crime disproportionate to their
Yeah.
population. All of these things play into each other. You don't commit a crime, you are the least likely to have a bad interaction with a police officer. Funny how that works.
I know.
You
I
know,
grew up in the hood
individual
as
choice and
being poor
responsibility.
and made fun of and being the strange, weird one in the group. I just learned to be me.
Always the strange, weird one, but that's why I love you.
You do. Ah, Storm. That's
Mhm.
funny.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's where we can pick up next week because we're over an hour now.
That's fine. Give me a minute. I'm trying to think. What was I? The concept of all this flows back into the uh, fatherless things, and also just being how trained and being raised, how people are trained and raised. That's a big thing to it. That's why I try to help people. It's training people to understand, and because if they were just trained right, they wouldn't have to worry. There wouldn't be no if they were taught the understanding. Instead, people are taught negatively or taught a negative stereotype of people from their race, their color, their look, their actions, or they're taught bad things. They're taught like, okay, well, the police are out to get me naturally because they're taught that way to think like that. So their first reaction when they're around a police officer sometimes is an instant negative reaction, or they're trying to act cool and they fuck up by acting cool. It happens. I've been there. I've sat there with guys and they try to talk shit and we're like, no, don't try to act like you're tough. Be quiet. And the guy's like, but man, this is us. It's like, yeah, you served. I don't want to serve in jail. You can be quiet. And then all of us, the rest of us, are sitting here quiet in the car going, be good. Let him check our IDs. And we'll wait. The second he leaves, we'll light a joint and we'll fucking have a nice night. But let's just wait and live another day.
Right.
There's a lot of that they don't understand. I've had it happen. I've had a lot of horrible and fucked up things happen. It's very upsetting that it happens throughout life for everybody. But it also comes down to the whole crime thing with people trying to kill each other and stuff, and all
Yep.
that, and how they're just raised incorrectly and they don't have a proper person to grow up with or look up to or a hero type. Damn, I missed. I was right there.
Oh my.
Fuck, they got it. Okay. After this match, then we'll cut it off.
All
Because if there is someone watching, I think they're just watching for the match.
right. Nah, nobody's watching.
I don't care. They'll watch one day. Like I said, you never know until you try. And some people don't even notice for years. Plus, we're still very
Yeah.
beginning sloppy.
Yep.
Like, we can do much better soon, and we can do animation things later, and pictures and storyboards and stuff.
Mm. Oof, the force just pushed you back. That's funny.
Huh? Yeah, yeah, it explodes.
Yeah, but you weren't even that close, and then the force of it still pushed you back.
Oh, yeah. within a certain AoE. Also depends on your vehicle, if your vehicle's lighter or heavier.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
What are you
I'm
doing?
trying to get this boost, and it. Oh my god! Thank you. That was so annoying.
Oh. Wee.
I'm literally like
On
climbing
the
the ceiling.
ceiling.
Right? It just keeps flipping me. That was crazy.
Everyone's just trying to get the damn thing.
Keep hitting the wrong button. I
Oh.
keep pressing A instead of B for jump at
Oh.
times. I'm still trying to get used to the controls. I've only played this for like a week, maybe. Well, not altogether, just a couple days. Just played it within a week. Damn.
Aw.
Fran
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin
That's funny.
probably made a bunch of money. A lot of those people did.
Mm.
One of my buddies did, and I had an opportunity to get some, and didn't. I didn't have the money at the time though.
Mm.
I should have did it.
Ah, but you just said you didn't have the money.
I know, but I could have spent the money at the time when I did it for other things instead of
Ah.
the time. I just spent it on
You
something
didn't
else.
have the spare money for
Yeah,
it.
all I had to do was just minus certain things and get them later.
1 minute.
All I just heard was Glitch saying, "Coming with the trash can." Oh, I'm just leaving now. Like,
No. E.
no,
Oh,
we
they got
lost.
it. Sad face. Oh.
30 seconds.
Oh man, who's gonna get it? Will it be a
Nope,
tie?
we lost.
Damn. And it all went flying.
I was trying to get over there. The only people that works good is me and the cookie person. But yeah, different vehicles. I'm probably gonna switch vehicles after this. I like my trucks
You
more.
big old heavy truck.
A bigger truck is also
They
bigger,
even got another fucking point on you.
right?
Uh,
Just going in.
and right in
Everybody.
there.
It passed everybody. Somehow right past all four of us. What in the
Wow.
hell?
Ah.
In like 10 seconds.
Keep it the fuck away. That's funny.
Pirate.
Funny hats. How did you put a hat on a car?
Because it's funny.
Alright, so we shall call it an evening.
Yep, we will call it an evening. You people have a good night, and